hide the truth from you in order to protect you. I know that it goes against your reality, and I'm afraid that you may find yourself spiraling down into your unconsciousness, searching for an alternate reality or a different dimension where you place the paths, designate the directions, and rule the roads. I was afraid you'd begin to question all that you know to be true, and as a result, convince yourself that the life you've been leading really isn't yours at all, but that of a stranger, and that the real you has simply been a passive voyeur, or perhaps is merely a figment in someone else's imagination. Surely that the origin of the world would be brought to mind and reassessed, and in its reassessment belie that the meaning of life is in actuality a cover-up for the true course of destiny that has brought all of humanity to the point it is today. That evolution, that fate, if you will, has progressed through the millennia and continues on a course in which Lint will arise and preside over the universe. If you think about it carefully, all that has existed in time directly resulted in the creation of the clothes dryer. And what is the purpose of the clothes dryer? To collect lint. And what have we been taught again and again, almost as if it were genetically programmed into our minds, into the fibers of our culture, into the very DNA strands that cause us to see and to hear and to move our hands to obey, to always empty the lint tray before you put a new load into the dryer. And what do you do with this lint? You throw it away. Did anyone ever tell you that? No, you did it instinctively. See? And do you think this lint simply disappears? Of course you do. That's what you're supposed to think. It vanishes in the trash and you no longer give it a second thought. That is, if you gave it a first thought to begin with. Don't you see? We are merely pawns in the greater scheme of the universe. We are collecting all the lint and sending it by the millions and trillions of particles to be accumulated at the dumps of the world. Do you think it will end there? Do you? Of course not. It is ever accumulating and joining forces and... But that is where we presently are, in the vortex of time, in the lifeline of lint. I cannot pretend to know the future, but neither can I be ignorant to all of the signs. When you were conceived, you were supplied by the umbilical cord with all that you required to live on Earth. Once you were born, all that fell away, and what replaced it? Your belly button. And what is in your belly button? Lint! Have you ever heard of the expressions? Fabric of time, a stitch in time, the fabrics of our lives. Time, our lives, fabric, lint, must I go on? Wait 1 second. Talk about destiny. My very own neighbor, Fiona, was born and raised in England, happily living life in blissful ignorance, not knowing that the unfolding of the universe would set into action a series of events that would bring her to a town in the middle of America to work in a laundry in order to collect lint in mass. Do I dare share with her her role in life? No, I'd best not. I know that it goes against her reality, and I am afraid that she might find herself spiraling down into her unconsciousness, searching for an alternative reality or a different dimension where she merely works at a laundry for a part-time job. I am afraid she will begin to question all that she knows to be true, and as a result, convince herself that the life she's been living really isn't hers at all, but that of... But I stray from the point. You can see why I can't divulge this information to you. It is out of my concern for you that you may become unbalanced.
I'll just ask somebody else for directions.
I found the average person to be intimidated and frightened by my enormous intellect.